So we'll be doing a practice for any low back pain, which when it comes to low back, the biggest thing is a weak core. So we'll definitely be strengthening your core in some of these movements, building up just a little bit of heat, lots of deep stretches, especially along the side body, and melting into some deep stretches at the end. So getting in a comfortable seat, you can sit up tall wherever you're at, or you can lie on your back, honestly, whatever position feels fully restful for you. And just take a moment to kind of check in with where you're at physically. Maybe you are noticing you feel super tight in your neck. And start to soften the areas that feel like they're holding tension. Soften your jaw, loosen your grip wherever your hands are. And start to align your spine, whether that's stacking one vertebrae on top of the other or making sure that your hips are in a squared position to your shoulders. Just find that perfect alignment between you and the earth. And start to bring your awareness to your breath, trying to lengthen your exhales. Inhaling for 2 seconds, exhaling for 4, just starting to lengthen the exhale portion of your breath. And if you haven't already, close your eyes to bring your attention inwards. Relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows. Release any tension in your belly. And just find this moment of presence with yourself. Presence with your breath. Really feeling each inhale as if it was the last breath. And maybe a sigh with every exhale, trying to let something go. Good. In through their nose, out through your mouth. And start to set an intention for this practice, whether that's to relieve stress, to give yourself moments of stillness. Maybe leave everything that happened today in the past and to just test your ability to be present. Remembering that it's a practice for a reason, to keep showing up, not to be perfect or to perform. Maybe your intention is to appreciate your body for its capabilities today, rather than meeting it with judgment or expectations. When you found the intention that you'd like to set for your practice, bring your palms together at your heart center. Take a big inhale, fill up your belly, lengthen through your spine. Find that suspension at the top of your breath. Maybe sip in a little bit more air, really fill in. And out the mouth, exhale, let it all go with a sigh. Beautiful. We'll release your palms and I'll meet you in a tabletop position, shoulders stacked directly on top of wrists, hips on top of knees. And start to just find some intuitive movement here. Maybe be gentle on your wrists rather than dumping all of your weight on your wrists right away. Give your body some time to warm up. Maybe shift your hips side to side. We'll do a few rounds of cat-cow, dropping the belly, opening the heart, opening the throat. Exhale, round for cat. Exhale, tuck your chin. Inhale, tailbone flares up, shoulders pull back, gaze is up and back. And exhale, round. Really make a big dome, tuck your tailbone, press the mat away. Inhale for expansion. And exhale, round. Be more at the pace of your own breath. Really start to match breath with movement. From here, we'll send your right fingertips out in front of you as if you were shaking somebody's hand. We'll kick your left leg back behind you, finding that bird dog position. Keep your ribs closed together in front of you. Flex those left toes down to the ground. Reach those right fingertips forward, create a lot of distance. And exhale, round, tap the left knee to the right elbow underneath you, moving with your breath. Inhale, expand for length. Exhale, round and tap, curl in like a little ball. Inhale, expand. Exhale, one more, really round, dome the spine, make connection with the elbow and knee. And I'll meet you back in tabletop position. From here, extend your left fingertips forward, kick your right leg back, flex the right toes down towards the ground and find your balance here. Engage your core, so you'll lift up your belly a little bit away from the ground. Find your breath. And on your next inhale, I want you to reach 1 inch further forward and backwards. And exhale, make a connection between your knee and your elbow. Inhale for length. And exhale, round and tap. Beautiful. Inhale, length. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around, tuck the chin. One more for good measure. Inhale. Exhale, tap. We'll meet you back in tabletop position. We'll tuck your toes. We'll send your knees 1 inch above the mat. So just hovering here. I want you to make sure your tailbone is pointing towards the back of the room rather than up towards the sky. Bringing your belly button in towards your spine. Keep those knees just 1 inch above the mat. They should really be very low here. Keep your neck strong. Press the center of your palm into your mat. Keep your fingers spread wide. And send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Shift your weight forward, high plank. And press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Move with your breath. Maybe start to make a wave with your spine, leading up with your tailbone towards the sky. High up on your toes, rounding through your spine, really articulating. Make it fluid like water. Find your breath. Really press your chest back towards your thighs in your downward facing dog. 2 more rounds here. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, up and back. Move like a wave. Beautiful. We'll drop down to child's pose. Knees really wide, knees towards the edges of your mat. Big toes together. And extend your fingertips to the front of your space while your hips are pressing down towards your heels. Melt your forehead into the mat here. Keep your arms very, very active. Really straighten through your elbows. Extend those fingertips all the way to the front of your mat and then start to crawl them towards the right edge of your mat, creating a long stretch between your left hip and your left fingertips. Let your neck relax and head hang heavy. And walk to the other side, creating a big stretch in the right side of your body now. And feel your belly expand towards your thighs as you inhale. Beautiful. Walk back to the center, raise up into your tabletop position. We'll kick your left leg up and back. This time we'll plant your left toes on the ground and we'll pivot on your right knee so that your right foot falls off the edge of your mat. Left foot is sealed down. Inhale, left arm over your head, create a big arch. Open up the heart, open up your chest, pull your shoulders back. And send a lot of energy out your fingertips. Inhale deeper into your arch. And exhale, soften something, let it go. Beautiful. We'll raise up to a T. And reverse the stretch. So left fingertips down the left side of your leg, right fingertips up and over, creating this big stretch in the right side body. We'll move with your breath. We'll inhale towards the front of your space, left arm above head. We'll exhale towards the back of your space, right arm above head. Create this fluid-like movement. Left fingertips reach. And right fingertips reach. Beautiful. Come back to your tabletop position. Keep the left leg extended. This time we're going to tuck your right toes. Both palms press into the mat. And hover that right knee 1 inch above the ground. Right toes are planted. Both palms are nice and strong. Right knee is hovering. We're kicking through that back leg. Keep your core engaged. Close your rib cage. Dome through your upper back. Really engage that left glute. Step your left foot all the way out. And bring it back up high. Left leg steps all the way out to the side, making connection with the ground. Kick it all the way up and back. Beautiful. One more. Find your breath here. And I'll meet you back in tabletop position. Beautiful. Shake it out. We'll kick your right leg up and back. Pivot on the left knee. Plant your right foot on the ground. Extend your right fingertips above your head, creating a big rainbow arch to the side. Open up your chest, still shoulders stack on top of one another, gaze is up. Really send your right fingertips as far away from your body as you can. Keep your hips pressing forward. And find your breath here. On your exhale, send your right fingertips down your right leg as gaze sends up towards your left fingertips. Inhale back to the front side of your mat. Inhale, right fingertips up. And exhale, left fingertips up. Creating a deep stretch in each side body. Moving like water here. Beautiful. Come back to your tabletop position in the front. Keep your right leg elevated. Really press your palms into the mat. Tuck your left toes. Hover your left knee 1 inch. Make sure your hips stay level. Make sure your right foot stays flexed. Keep your weight really pressing into your palms. Spread your fingers wide. Kick that right heel all the way back and breathe here. Cover your right leg up and over. Tap all the ground to the right edge of your mat and lift all the way back up. All the way around. Make connection with the ground and lift and kick back. One more, nice and strong. Keep your core engaged and breathe all the way back up. Meet you in tabletop position. Sit back into your hips, child's pose. Take your time to breathe. Send your exhales out through your mouth with a ha. In through the nose, out with a ha. Beautiful. Come back to tabletop position. Maybe a few rounds of cat-cow if you need to reset your spine. We're going to find that side body position again. So kick your left leg back, pivot on the right knee. Extend the left fingertips over. And this time I really want you to plant some weight into the left foot. Start to bring your right knee towards your left knee. So we're in a side plank with your right foot bent behind you. Shoulders are stacked. Ribs are closing in. Hips are tucking forward. Left fingertips are reaching towards the sky, squeezing those knees together as we inhale. We exhale. Hold it here for one more round. Inhale, you are strong. And exhale. Beautiful. Come back to tabletop position. Other side, kick that right leg back behind you. Place it on the ground. Pivot on the left knee. Extend your right fingertips all the way above your head. Create a little bit of a stretch here first. Plant your weight into your left palm. Really plant your weight into that right foot. Bring your left knee up to kiss and meet the right. Squeeze your knees together. Reach your right fingertips all the way up to the sky. Keep your hips high. Close those knees. Take a big inhale, fill up your belly. Exhale, press deeper into that left palm. One more round of breath here, in. Hold it for the exhale. And back to tabletop position, shake it out. Woo-wee. From here, I want you to rise up on your knees and extend your right leg out in front of you for half splits. Left knee on the ground, right heel planted, right toes are flexed all the way up. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your nose towards your knee. You start to melt your chest closer towards your thighs. From here, I want you to start to internally rotate your right toes and externally rotate. So just a little bit of a motion here, nothing too noticeable. I'm slowly playing with the internal and external rotation of that right hip, seeing where your body needs to hold an extra breath. If you can't have a slow, deep breath here, pull out from the stretch just a little bit until you find a breathable spot. Bend into your right knee. Keep that left knee on the ground. Send your left fingertips up to the sky, low lunge. Press both palms into your right knee. Start to tuck your tailbone, kind of round through your spine like cat pose. Press your palms into your knee for that extra friction. Tuck the left glute forward, really round here, creating a big stretch in the left hip flexor. And palms come down to frame that right foot. Kick your leg up and back. High plank position. Low plank position, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. I'll meet you back in child's pose. Find your breath here. When you're ready, you'll rise up to your knees. Kick your left leg out in front of you. Left finger or left toes are flexed all the way up. Right knee is nice and sturdy on the ground. Inhale, arms above your head, create some space. Exhale, fold forward, half splits. Make sure the left hip stays pulling backwards. And relax through the back of your neck. Think about sending your breath behind your knee into your hamstring. And see how this leg feels when you start to internally rotate your left toes and externally rotate. Start to bend into your left knee, shift your weight forward, right knee stays on the ground for low lunge, arms above your head, create some length and space. And then place the palms one on top of the other on top of your left knee as you start to round through your spine, maybe your hips shift back a little bit, tucking the right glute forward, rounding and doming through your upper back. Tuck your chin, squeeze through that right hip flexor for a big stretch. You frame your hands around that left foot, tuck your toes, send your left leg up and back, downward facing dog. High plank pose, keep your shoulders nice and rounded and domed here. Close your rib cage in front of you. We're gonna hold this high plank for 3 deep breaths in and out. Keep your belly button all the way towards your spine. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Inhale through your nose. Nice strong exhale at the mouth. Hold this here for one more. You are strong. And exhale all the way down towards your belly. Beautiful. We'll bend your right knee, capture your right foot. And you can rest your cheek on the ground on your mat. Just a nice quad stretch here. We'll release your right foot and bring your knee out to the side edge of your mat, bending your right knee at a 90 degrees so that your right knee is in line with your hip. And we'll keep your right cheek on the ground. Half frog. Beautiful. Bring your legs back together. From here, press into your cobra. Keep your hips on the mat. It's a nice back bend here. Open up your throat. Beautiful. Reset. Bring your left cheek to the mat now as you bend your left knee. Capture your left foot for a quad stretch. Try to keep your knees together. And start to feel your heart rate and your breath slow down. We'll release your left foot and bring your left knee out towards the edge of your mat so that your left knee is in line with your left hip. Relax your cheek onto the mat. Slide your left leg back, meeting your legs together. One more inhale for a back bend. And shift your hips back. Bring your knees together for embryo pose. So knees are together, hips are sitting on your heels, and extend your fingertips back towards your toes. Create like a little ball. Beautiful. We'll start to raise up. I want you to face the long edge of your mat. We're going to finish off here with a straddle. Extend your legs as wide as you can, but make sure you're sitting up tall. I'd rather you have long and tall posture rather than super wide legs. So even if that means you bring them in a little bit, I want you to sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders back. Try to have your knees as straight as possible and flex your toes up towards your face. Inhale, left arm up to the sky and start to reach towards your right toes. Create a big stretch in the left side body. And then bring your knee towards your right knee, or your nose towards your right knee. And then reach as far as you can all the way out, creating a big circle until your nose gets towards your left knee. Really, really milk this. Take your time walking. Once you're here, open up to a right side body stretch, creating some length. And then one more time, we'll walk your fingertips all the way, but we'll just stop in the middle here for a nice forward fold. Beautiful. Start to peel your chest up. Do any extra stretches that feel good for you. Maybe a happy baby, maybe a supine twist. We'll have 10 breaths here of any intuitive movement that feels right for your body. And if you're doing one side, now's your time to do the other, even anything out. Maybe knees into your chest and rock up and roll your spine to massage your lower back out. And when you feel ready, find your final resting pose. If you're home, I would recommend legs up the wall. So lying on your back, scooting your glutes all the way to the wall with your legs straight up against them, or lying on your back in traditional Shavasana. From wherever you're at, you can have your palms along the side of your body, palms facing up, to receive blessings and to be open and to feel the gratitude. Or you can bring your palms onto your body to get connected to your heart center and to feel grounded. Wherever you're at, I want you to exhale all of the air out, really blow all the air out of your belly and fully deflate. And then in through your nose, count to 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out the mouth for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out the mouth for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. I suggest you trying to keep that pace for one more full cycle. And when you finish your last hold, come back to your regular breath. And start to just soften and feel how heavy your body is against the earth, being held and grounded. Release any tension in your physical body, release any control over your breath. Let yourself enjoy this moment of peace and stillness that you have cultivated for yourself. Thank you for showing up for your practice, for a mindfulness practice. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Namaste.